Hello, welcome to this new video. You know me already and I would like to introduce to you Apollo. He is my boy. He is a Maine Coon cat and he's 1.5 years old. So the reason why I wanted to introduce him to you is because I would like to discuss about a very important topic in business aviation, which is a pet on board of a jet. So how often does it happen that we actually fly pets on board of a private jet? Extremely often. I'm not saying every flight, but very, very often. You know, pets are at the end of the day part of the family, and yeah, this works the same for everyone, right? So what type of pets do we have on board the private jet? Most of the times it's about cats and dogs. However, this is not a limit. I mean, any type of animal that is actually approved by the aviation authorities. So it's not limited to cats and dogs. However, they are, of course, the most usual type of pets that we have on board. How does it work? Well, so dogs, they come on board on 4 legs, walking, so they are free to move actually. They come on board and usually they just sit by the owner's legs. Imagine to have a very big dog, like for example a golden retriever, then you have to basically walk over the dog to continue your tasks and move around the cabin. If it is just a small dog, they actually just find their corner next to the owner's legs and they stay there. Cats, they actually come on board inside a cage usually. They are not allowed to be set free during the flight, unfortunately, because they can damage the leather of the seats or the carpet with their nails. However, if the owners ask you, oh, I would like to cuddle my cat because it's how we are used to, and is it okay if I set him free? Well, it's difficult to say no, right? So in this case, I would definitely allow them to do, but just reminding them that they just have to try to be as careful as possible for the cat not to damage the jet. Usually I get ready for a flight with pets on board, okay? So I try to investigate and figure it out what is their favorite food and I buy that. I definitely prepare a bowl of water for them and possibly a blanket dedicated for the pets. So they do not actually use the blanket that we have on board because most of the time, you know, it's a Kashmir Loro Piana blanket, so maybe you don't really want the pet to sit on that. So, you know, just a dedicated blanket for them that they can use and abuse. So this is how I get ready. I also buy those, flat absorbing mats. So in case of emergency, that they have to, pee or poo, they can actually do that over there. I discuss about this with the owners, so I ask them, do you think they might need to do something? So in case I just place this mat right there in that part of the jet so that they are aware of what I'm doing and in case just look after the pet by themselves. According to my experience, the pets are usually very well educated as well as the owners. So if something happens that the pet uses the absorbing mat, the owners are actually the one going there and collecting. However, this is not a rule, obviously, and in any case, well, it is what it is. I mean, I don't mind in case this happens. And what else I can tell you? Funny story, fun fact. Sometimes it might happen that the pet that you have on board is the only customer that you have on board. For example, it happened to me that I had to, with the jet, go and pick up the dog. He was located in the winter house of the family to fly him back home, basically, because he had an appointment by the hairdresser. So the bodyguard was waiting for him at arrival. He jumped into a limousine, and then he has been driven to the hairdresser, get the grooming done, and then come back to the airport. We just stayed there waiting for him a couple of hours, and then we flew him back to the family. So you see, it's the corporate industry, anything can happen, and you must be ready for absolutely anything and everything. Another cute story that happened that really touched my heart. It was we were flying on a private jet, and we were flying this family, husband and wife, taking their dog to America. So from Europe to America, it was about a 7 hours flight time. Because their dog, which was the most precious thing in the world for them, has been diagnosed with a brain cancer, and no one in Europe wanted to operate him. So the only vet who actually accepted the challenge to operate the dog was a vet in the States. So we had to fly the dog over there to get this operation done, and thanks God everything went well, and the dog is, he went through the operation very, very well, and it was his first flight on a private jet, so that was a very cute story. Well, I hope that this can clarify a little bit of your doubt. As always, if you have any questions regarding private jets, flight attendant life, the corporate industry, business aviation in general, or whatever else, please do reach out to me. I will be very happy to answer all of your questions, and I'll see you on next video. Baci baci!